Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to cover your comic book. Now see, one of the most commonly asked questions that I get from, well, a lot of people is, how do I cover my comic books? Specifically, what do I do to cover them? And where do someone, if they want to pick up these covers, where do they go? So, seeing I'm asked this question a lot, and I do answer it on my question and answers, but seeing I am asked this question a lot, I thought, hey, might as well do a video to show you guys. So, with that said, I'll show you how to cover individual issues, trade paperbacks, and hardcovers, and also those larger, pesky comics that need to be covered. Let's start things off with trade paperbacks. Now, the specific series of comic book covers that I get, and I'm sure there's more out there, but I get the Ultra Pro comic book series. Now, I get two different sizes, one for the trade paperbacks and the individual issues, and then one for my hardcovers and my larger comics. I'll be talking about these first, which I use for the trade paperback and the individual comic issues. I'm not sure if there's any other series out there. I'm sure there is, but I believe this company actually deals with cards too, like Magic the Gathering covers, or maybe like baseball or football card covers. But this is the kind of covers that I get, and basically all you have to do is just open these bad boys up. You get 100 of them. They're see-through, but they might be able to make colored ones. And all you do is you take the trade. I have a trade here that I've been meaning to wrap, my Hawkman Allies and Enemies. You just take the comic and you slide that bad boy in there. Now all you do is you grab some tape, take off a piece of tape, take the flap, put it right over, and you put tape on it. Now, it doesn't really matter how much tape you put or how you put the tape on. What I usually do is I put tape across like that, and I do 3 pieces covering the whole length. I'll show you in a second. I've seen people do just one piece of tape, you know, the long way. Sometimes they do it the short way. It's really up to you. I don't think it makes much of a difference in protecting your comics, although it might make a difference when it comes down to humidity. And see, the comic is nicely covered and sealed, and as you can see, I did 3 pieces of tape right there. So that's basically how you do the trade. You can do some of the larger hardcovers like that, but it's a tight fit. You're probably better off with the larger comic book covers, which I will show you in a moment. But put those down there. Next, for the individuals, the issues, all you have to do is this. Take the issues, put them in there, and take a cardboard backing and put it in there too. That's optional, but I do it because, well, I want to keep my comics as well protected as I can. You can get the cardboard backing from the same company, and again, you seal it the same way. Just put the flap over and then put the tape on. Pretty simple. Now, for hardcovers and larger comics, such as Marvel Essentials or Showcase Presents, the DC Archive stuff, those take larger comic book covers. Now, for the individual comic book covers, for the trades, which I just showed you previously, I do the 7 1/4 by 10 1/2. For the larger comics, I do magazine covers, or magazine protectors, which are 8 3/4 by 11. And I only have the backing right here, but as you can see, they're substantially bigger. And I'll get a comic. And I'll show you the Showcase Presents Superman. As you can see, this is a much larger comic, so it's quite a pain to put in the smaller things, seeing that it doesn't fit. They'll just tear it up and just destroy it. All you do is you put the comic in. What I do, specifically, is I seal the comic up from the top, and then any remainder, as you can see there, I just fold over and tape. And then I tape the corners up and the corners up. So I'm not going to show you exactly how to tape it because I haven't read all of this yet. But it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. Just tape up the top like you normally would, and then tape up the sides, any access. Again, that's how I do it. Not everyone's going to do it the same way. The same concept can go with larger comic books, such as the deluxe hardcover edition. Examples of this would be Justice League, Cry of Justice. The hardcover is the deluxe edition. It's much bigger. Again, I show you right here. Just tape it up here and tape it up on the side, and the extra, and then there. Nicely sealed. Great for displaying. Let's put this back here. Now, there are going to be some hardcovers that you aren't going to be able to cover up. They're few and far between, but stuff like Batman Night Crisis is just atrocious to cover because it's just so huge. So you're probably just going to have to put those away normally as they are. Now, these covers are great because they protect your comics from like water and humidity and all that fun stuff that could just damage your comic. And seeing that you spend a lot of time and money on these comics, you want to make sure they stay protected. Like I said, say you hang out with your friends, your douchebag friend trips and he spills water on your comics, they're protected, you're safe. Again, you spend a lot of time and money on these comics, so you don't want to get them damaged, especially the individual issues, which are just plain flat out a bitch to deal with. You know, to find and to make sure that you collect them and all that. Might as well keep them safe. Now, where to get these and how much they cost. You can pick these up at any comic book store. Well, most comic book stores have them. There's a few I've been to that haven't, but most big comic book stores or just regular-sized comic book stores will have these. I mean, they're pretty common there. You can also pick them up at Newbury Comics. Now, Newbury Comics, they were cheaper for $3.99. However, recently they priced them back up to around $4.99, which is what I paid today for some. Comic book stores tend to make you pay around $5.99, so I would actually go around, maybe go to Newbury Comics one day just to see how much they are, then go to your local comic book store and see how much they are there. Your best place to go is comic book stores in Newbury Comics. So they're not going to be at Barnes & Noble, they're not going to be at Borders Books or anything like that. Or at least I haven't seen any in my stores in my area. But again, they're not that much. They range from $3.99 to $5.99. You can also pick them up online. You can go to the website, or you can go and pick them up at Amazon or eBay. Again, they're very good to have along to protect your comic books. I highly recommend doing this for your trades, your individual issues, your hardcovers, anything. I mean, like I said 2 times before, you spend a lot of time and money on these comics. You want to make sure they stay safe and well protected for future reading. Now, disadvantages. The only disadvantages to this is actually removing the comic. Let me grab a comic to show you. For example, I was actually looking at this comic last night, and the problem is when your comics have been packed together on a shelf or something, it really makes the tape stick a lot, and it makes it a pain to take it off because it'll tear the tape or it'll tear the covering, depending on what it is. Hardcovers usually tear the coverings a lot more. That's the only disadvantage, is that after a long time that you have these covers on, taking them off will probably damage the protective or the tape. So you're probably just going to have to grab a new one and slide that bad boy on there. So, like I said, it's pretty simple, it's pretty easy. You can get these things almost anywhere at a Newbury Comics or a comic book store. So, I hope that was helpful for you guys. With that said, this is Andrew saying peace out for now.